Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dial-R's Tactics. In this video, I'm going to teach you or walk you through or instruct you on how to beat the Crom Cruach battles. Crouch? Crouch? Pretty sure it's Crouch. Crom, I pray to you. Let me know if you get that reference. I'm just going to say Crom Cruach because that's just what comes out of my mouth. So if I screw it up, please just bear with me. Crom Cruach. Now, anyways, this boss, you're going to face in 4 different places in this game. So as you're playing the game, if you're new to the game, he's going to be a boss in your main story. So you're going to first come across this bad boy in Chapter 10. Chapter 10, normal Chapter 10, he's the big bad boss. You're going to get the nice cinematic when you face him the first time. Then he is also the boss at the end of Hard and at the end of Hell. So that is just the story encounter. But the story encounter follows the exact same mechanics as when you get further along in your journey, you're going to unlock the Sealed Temple. And then these 2 bosses are going to give you your skill upgrade materials. Now this ugly mofo, Cinnamon, we're going to call him Cinnamon. Cinnamon's going to drop you your passive skill upgrades. And then Crom Cruach is going to give you these books. And what do these books do? These are the books that are used to level up the skills for your relic weapons. Each hero has 3 relics, so you're going to need a lot of books. Now, if I had to prioritize, because you only get 5 attempts at these 2 bosses every day to get these, primo materials, I would recommend doing 3 on Cinnamon. Why? Because your passives carry over between all your weapons. Your passives are more important. So I would recommend that every day you do 3 of Cinnamon, and then you come over to the Cruach and do your last 2. So let's get in here. As you see, I'm all done, all 10. Once you get up to, where is it? Okay, you only have to get up to 5 in order to start getting these the legendary books. So you can skill up everybody. But you know what? If you get Guinevere, I'm just going to say it right now. If you get Guinevere, you're going to be able just to roll right through here. Like I was shocked on how easy this was. So here's my team. I'm not going to give you a free to play team. I recommend you bring a healer, your best damage dealer. So your healer in place of my Gillian. You need, I would say, bring in Morgan. Doesn't matter. He is a non-element, so you can bring in whatever, but I do recommend fire. Ice might also be good because ice puts the defense down. Should I? No, I'm not going to do it. We're going to leave her as fire. Bring in your best damage dealer. Mine is Bedivere. But bring in your best single target damage dealer. Be that Kay, be that Rosie, whoever you have. But if you have Bedivere, that's going to be your boy. Then your options for that last spot is Guinevere. This is one dungeon where Guinevere is pretty much required, especially if you want to get done, if you want to 3-star him in the story, normal, hard, and hell campaigns. But as you get up to these upper levels, you're also going to need a Guinevere. Why? Because, let's go look. You know why? We're going to tell you. We're going to give you all the tactics. The reason why Guinevere makes it such an easy fight. Let's see. Is it a passive? I should have prepared. All right. That's not it. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, this has got to be it. At the start of battle, what does she do? She gives abnormal status immunity to your whole team except for her. What does that mean? Well, if you guys have faced the Cruach before, you know that he eats your whole team and leaves one person up. So by her giving your other 3 team members abnormal status immunity, they cannot be eaten. You'll see that in the fight. But that is why she is mandatory. If you do not have Guinevere, and this works in all of the instances where you're going to be fighting the Cruach, you can also build up one other hero that kind of does the same thing, but not as well. And that hero is Bodwin. This old-looking mofo. He's probably not that much older than me. I am pretty old. But he's pretty cool. I like his armor. Now, what makes him good? Is it these skills? Okay, here it is. this is what it is. It's passive 2. So at the start of battle, again, like Guinevere, he's going to grant abnormal status immunity to one random ally for that first turn. Now, you do have to skill this up. So if you were going to build him, if you don't have Guinevere, and you want your best shot at progressing through the Master of the Apocalypse as far as you can, you probably need to get this up to 3 because that's going to give it random target +2. Now, ideally, you're only going to have 2 people up. So he's going to get eaten, and then he's going to leave 2 people up. Ideally, you want to keep doing the fight over again until it is your big damage dealer and maybe your healer, or maybe your top 2, maybe Morgan and your damage dealer. Because then your top damage dealer can nuke him down to the break point where he's going to spit out the rest of your team. So that is probably my biggest piece of advice, because I know Guinevere is on the current rate up banner, but that doesn't mean she's going to be coming around anytime soon. Once that rate up banner is gone, I'm going to cough on the crotch. So if you don't have Guinevere, you're going to have to build this boy. Now, for story mode, normal, hard, normal, you can just keep resetting the fight, resetting the fight, resetting the fight, resetting the fight, resetting the fight until your damage dealer is out. But then you're either going to probably need your healer to come up next. It's really RNG. That's how I suffered through the first time. And you might have to do that if you don't want to build up Bodwin or if you don't have Guinevere. Okay, that all said, all of that preamble done. Now let's get into the fight. So we're going to do 10. My Gillian, vigor and accuracy, because she does, you build her for accuracy because she reduces turn meter. That's one of her main goals, plus her healing. Now, Guinevere, I also, she's not going to do a whole lot of damage. I know she does shields based on HP, but her shields aren't that big anyway. So I like her in a vigor and life set. Why? Because then that means that she's going to be generating vigor for the rest of your team, because you're only going to be using her skill 2, right? So it's much more important to be feeding vigor so that Bedivere can smack than for her to be doing any of her abilities. We'll show you the skill order once we're in there. As you see, my Gillian's 4, my Guinevere's Chivalry 0, Morgan's 3, Bedivere's 8. If you didn't have Bedivere at 8, you might not be getting down level 10. So just keep working on your highest level damage healer. Once you get Bedivere, work on him, please, because he's awesome. Now his gear, you can't see it because I can't click on it, but this orb is a hit accuracy orb. Why is it hit accuracy orb? Because in the last couple stages of this battle, he just missed all the time. We'd still win, but it would take forever. So on the later stages of Crom Cruach, you're going to want to build him as attack heavy as possible. You are going to want a hit accuracy, not effect accuracy, hit accuracy orb on him. And you see what you can't see all the stats in here. You can't even see the ones I'm trying to show you. You can't even see hit accuracy, but I can't even remember how much this gives. More than he has without it. So we're going to only do 2, because I said before, you want to do 3 fights on Cinnamon, 2 fights on Crom. So how I always recommend, always put it on 1, always come in here, so that way you don't have to struggle to find the boss's head. It just automatically targets his head. So here we go. Let's actually, 9 minutes in, we're just starting the fight. Now, pause. So there he goes. He's just eating me, right? He just ate me. Now, if you did not have Bodwin or Guinevere, your whole team is gone except for one person. If it's your healer, you're screwed. If it's not Bodwin. If it's Morgan, you're screwed, because it's going to take her forever to get the damage done to get down to the point where you can have him spit out one of your units. So here you see they're all skill 2. They're all skill 2 as their primary. Why? Because skill 2 is Bedivere's primary nuke. This one gives the debuffs and reduces turn meter. This one, I can't show you what it does because they took away that ability, but this one hits the boss twice and then puts up a shield on your whole team based on her HP. And then Jillian, this is her heal and her attack gauge reduction. So very easy, very typical way to do your skill order settings for this team. Now, you saw how he just came in, swooped in, took the team. And now here you go. You see, I can't, well, I guess I could pause it. No, I can't pause it. Can't pause it. But you see, I'm just going to talk over it. You know, now the whole team's up. So everybody except for Guinevere stayed up. And then that just let them just do their thing. It's like it never happened. Like I said, Guinevere's going to make this automatic. Bodwin, much more RNG. You're going to have to keep doing it until you get your damage dealer and your healer or Morgan out. If you're using Bodwin. And this is stage 10. I don't know why. Oh, no, I know why. So, stage 10. I guess why I like Morgan Fire. Defense down. Effect resistance, damage taken, right? Those are debuffs coming from Morgan's S2. And he hasn't even taken a turn yet because Morgan Fire and Jillian Fire have a lot of attack gauge reduction in their kits. And then Bedivere just slaps. So he's going to try to do things, but he's really not going to do anything. And then we're just going to get right through this first phase. Did that hurt? No. No, didn't really hurt. Boom, boom, boom. Get out of here, Cruach. See how Gillian's attack actually missed? Let's see. Yeah, miss. See, look, there's a lot of missing in here because at this stage, he just has such high innate evasion, as all bosses do on the higher levels. Which is why, when you get up there, really, another tip is your damage dealer has to have a hit accuracy orb, as I've already said. So there we go. Phase 1, like it never happened. Boring. Ooh, yeah, okay. Well, now I gotta come do this for my new thumbnail. I had snapped a picture earlier. It's not the one I wanted. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. Alright. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh, that's gonna be the thumbnail right there. Now, this phase is pretty much what you just watched. It's gonna be automatic. Are you guys not attacking the boss? There you go, attack the boss. So, because we have Jillian healing everybody up, because we have Guinevere, who is now basically like a turd on a rock, or a rock on a turd. But she does have the extra benefit that every time she goes, she's going to be giving us a little bit of buffer, that little bit of shield. And then you're really just relying on Bedivere for this fight. So obviously, Morgan attacking the boss is going to give some attack down. Eventually, after her passive comes off, she is going to give us that defense down on him as well. And Bedivere can hit a little harder. But, you know, when you're doing this fight, which you only got to do once a day, you know, you set it to ×2, do it once. Go look on your phone, check Twitter, do something else, and then come back. Because this fight is fairly annoying. You see, now he has defense down from Morgan, because I think it comes up every 4 or 5 turns. But yeah, this fight's really boring, because we just got to sit here and just wait until Bedivere just keeps chipping him down, chipping him down, chipping him down, chipping him down. Now this fight, if you're doing it on the story, normal or hard, it's going to go a lot faster. Keep in mind, it's going so slow because this is Chapter 10 of the main Apocalypse dungeon. So once he gives, or he's going to go do this little screaming match at us. He's going to like get all like scared, and he's going to quiver with his mouth open in front of us. Well, he's gonna. The next time he takes a turn, he's gonna. Okay, we're just going to skip that phase altogether. So I'm going to pause it because Bedivere's just going to kill him. When he comes into his, you know, just it zooms in on his mouth. The first time he does that, you have to hit him a certain amount of times before the timer runs out. So, you know, Jillian hits twice, Morgan hits 3 times, Guinevere hits 2 times. With those 3, it doesn't matter. But just do keep in mind that you are going to have to do a certain amount of hits. If you bring in Kay, she's going to have enough hits on her S1, her S2 to not worry about it anyway. And Morgan's always going to have those 3 hits on her S2 for fire. So that'll happen. Just letting you guys know. But you can't damage him during that phase. It's just about hits done to get into the next phase. Then he's going to come at you, do that little hissing blah phase again. You can still defeat him there. That he can take damage, and that's usually when you kill him. I just happened to kill him way too fast this time. There you go. We're done. So, ladies and gentlemen, that... Ooh, 20 green books. I like it. I like it. You know, who am I going to give that to? I don't know. That is basically the Cruach. That is everything you need to know about the Cruach everywhere in the game, pretty much. Correct? Yes. So, all you really need to know about this fight is when you're in story mode, you're just going to have to repeat it over and over and over and over again if you don't want to build up Bodwin. So you can bring in, say, Morgan, a healer, and 2 big damage dealers, say like Tristan or Kay, and you can just repeat it, keep repeating it until, say, you know, the damage dealer comes out, is the one left standing. And then you can just DPS them down, get your other team out. You can do that. That's what I did the first time through Adventure. That's the trick. But once you get to hard, I haven't reached hell yet, but once you get to the story mode hard, you do need to do this trick. You do need to either use Guinevere or Bodwin. But just keep in mind, Bodwin, even when fully booked, fully skilled on his passive, you're only going to have 2 random heroes out of the 3 that he leaves uneaten. And it does have to be max skilled. But that can work because for you free to play, that's probably going to be how you have to go about this. You're going to probably have to build up Bodwin just for this dungeon if you don't have Guinevere. Because I could not imagine doing these upper levels without having, without getting through that first phase really quickly by using that trick. But that's the trick. So really that's all you need to know. And then your damage dealer at the higher levels, make sure that they have that hit accuracy orb. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to hit the guy. Maybe you can chip him down, but it's going to take you forever. It's going to be really freaking annoying. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all for this one. I am going to give my little spiel, my content creator spiel, like all of us are doing. And I understand why. And I will get you guys, or for those of you that are my supporters, some codes. I have to, how it works is I have to submit videos to Netmarble's like missions or whatever they're called, and then they give me the codes to give you. So yes, I am part of the Netmarble King Arthur CCC program. The link for the support page is in the description. As I say in all my guide videos, only support me. You can search Dialar and I'll come up. Yeah. Only support me if you actually like the way that I cover the game. If I'm not entertaining, and I know there are some people that are more entertaining. I love J-Gig's skits. Like that man does make me chuckle. I don't know what the thing is with giraffe piss, but I'm sure that we're going to find out eventually. But if I know I'm not the most entertaining, but if you like the way that I present my information to you and cover this game, only then please support me through that program. Otherwise, that's fine. I'll be fine. I know it's a cost sharing model. I'll be fine. This is my hobby. So there's my spiel. What are we gonna do? You know, the word of the day. The word of the day. It's so simple. It's gonna be crotch. I don't want crouch like it's spelled here. I actually want crotch. Put in the description. If you do, or put in a comment section of this video. If you do, I will heart it. I will like it. I will say thank you very much. Kindly, I'll sing your praises. And I'll be very, very much appreciative because that lets me know that you made it through 20 minutes of me rambling, right? 44-year-old Canadian, you know, that's balding, that just rambles through his videos. Anyways, that's it, guys. Word of the day is crotch. I hope this was informative. Till next time, cheers, peace, bye-bye.